Picture this. You open your wallet. You watch the money leave. Bills, coins, everything just pulled out. Like something invisible has its hands inside your pocket, and no matter how hard you try to hold on, it's gone. And the strangest part? You didn't gamble it. You didn't do anything reckless. You didn't even make a single decision you'd call obviously stupid. So where did it go? Here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't your income. It's not your job. It's not even your spending habits. Not exactly. The problem is something much closer to you. Something you carry with you everywhere, every single day. It's your brain. And right now, without you knowing it, your brain is running a set of hidden programs that are designed not to help you build wealth, but to keep you exactly where you are. Comfortable, familiar, broke. But here's what's interesting. These aren't flaws. They're features. Features that made sense for survival thousands of years ago. Features that helped your ancestors stay alive. But in today's world, with credit cards and subscriptions and one-click purchases, those same features are quietly destroying your finances. And the most dangerous part, they feel completely normal. Let me show you what I mean. Think back to the last time you got a raise, or a bonus, or any unexpected money. What happened? Most people feel a rush of excitement, a wave of relief. They think, finally, now things will be different. Now I can get ahead. But then, 2 months later, somehow the money is just gone. The lifestyle absorbed it, the expenses expanded, and the breathing room they thought they'd bought, it disappeared. This is called hedonic adaptation, and your brain is a master at it. Here's how it works. Your brain has a baseline, a psychological set point for how normal feels. When something good happens, more money, a better apartment, a new car, your brain recalibrates. It absorbs the upgrade. And then, very quickly, the new thing becomes the new normal. So the raise that was supposed to change everything, your brain filed it under expected. And suddenly, you need more to feel the same way you felt when you got it. It's not greed. It's not laziness. It's biology. Your brain is literally designed to move the finish line. But that's only one layer of this, because hedonic adaptation is just the surface. Underneath it, there's something even more powerful at work. Here's the strange part. Studies consistently show that losing money activates the same region of the brain as physical pain, not metaphorical pain, actual neurological pain, the kind your body uses to protect you from danger. So when you have to spend money, even on something you want, even on something rational, your brain sends out a distress signal. And your brain hates distress. So what does it do? It builds walls, avoidance behaviors, little mental tricks to protect you from that uncomfortable feeling. Things like not checking your bank account. Things like buying something small and cheap to feel in control. Things like making a decision quickly, any decision, just to stop the discomfort of uncertainty. Think back to the last time you checked your bank account and the balance was lower than you expected. What did you do? Did you sit with it, make a plan, or did you just close the app, put the phone down, tell yourself you'd deal with it later? That's not laziness. That's your brain protecting you from pain. The same way you'd pull your hand away from a hot stove, your brain pulls your attention away from financial stress. But here's the problem. Avoidance doesn't make the number go up. It just makes you less aware of how far down it's going. And while you're not looking, it keeps going down. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because there's a second mechanism happening at the exact same time, and it's working in the opposite direction. While one part of your brain is running from financial pain, another part is chasing financial pleasure. And it's not chasing big pleasure. It's not looking for investment returns or compound interest. It's chasing something much smaller, much faster, and much more immediate. Dopamine. Every time you buy something, even something small, even something you don't really need, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine, that feeling of reward, of getting something, of winning in a very small way. and your brain loves it. So much that it starts building a loop. Buy something, feel good, want to feel good again, buy something else. Now combine that with the fact that we live in the most purchase-optimized environment in human history. Every app, every store, every ad is engineered specifically to trigger that exact button in your brain. You're not fighting bad habits, you're fighting billion-dollar systems built to exploit the exact wiring of your mind. And most people don't even know it's happening. But here's what I want you to really sit with for a second. Because the scariest part of all of this isn't the spending, it's the not saving. Most people think they're not saving because they don't earn enough. But research on lottery winners, people who received massive, sudden wealth, found something disturbing. Within a few years, the majority returned to their previous financial level, not because they made bad investments, but because their brain didn't know how to hold on to abundance. There's a concept called the psychological wealth ceiling. The idea that each of us has an internal upper limit, a subconscious belief about how much money we're allowed to have, how successful we're allowed to be. And when we start to exceed that limit, our behavior quietly corrects itself. We find ways to spend down the excess. We self-sabotage, not on purpose, not consciously, but the brain doesn't like what feels unfamiliar, even if what's unfamiliar is better. Think about that. Your brain might actually be more comfortable with struggle than with financial ease, because struggle is what it knows. Struggle is the pattern it learned early, and patterns feel safe. So unconsciously, every time you get close to breaking through, something happens. An emergency, an impulse, a reason to spend, and you end up right back where you started. Now, here's the good news, and this is where it shifts. Because here's what I've noticed about people who actually break free from these patterns. It's not that they found more willpower. It's not that they earned more money, at least not at first. What changed was awareness. The moment you understand that these patterns aren't character flaws, that they're neurological programs written by evolution and reinforced by your environment, something inside you loosens. You stop blaming yourself, and you start watching your brain. Not judging it, watching it. The next time you feel the urge to close the banking app because the number makes you anxious, you notice it, and you know what that is. That's your loss aversion response trying to protect you from discomfort. The next time you feel that little pull to buy something that makes no sense, you notice it, and you know what that is. That's a dopamine loop triggered by design, not by your own desire. And the next time life starts going well financially and something inside you says it won't last, you notice that too, because that's your psychological ceiling trying to drag you back. Awareness doesn't solve everything, but it breaks the automation. And for the first time, you get to choose. Because the truth is, your brain was never trying to hurt you. It was doing exactly what it was built to do: protect you, keep you comfortable, return you to the familiar. The wallet in your hand, the coins spilling out, the money being pulled away. That image, it's not just about spending. It's about every moment you've ever felt helpless with money. Every time you've wondered where it went, why it won't stay, why you feel like you're working harder than ever and still running in place. Now you know. It was never about the money. It was about the brain managing the money. And once you see that, really see it, you start making different decisions, not because you have more information, but because you're no longer running on autopilot. And once you start noticing how your brain controls your relationship with money, a deeper question starts to form, one that most people never think to ask, because there's another pattern quietly running beneath all of this. That's exactly what I explore in this video.